Safe and sound. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Morning, guys. How is everybody doing? Happy Monday morning to you all. It's Monday. It's the 6th, actually. It's the 6th of May. Boy, the days are going by so fast that we can't even keep up. But we gotta. We better keep up. We better keep up. Because one thing is for certain, two things is for sure. Time is going to wait for none of us. Okay? So we gotta get cracking and do what we gotta do. It's early in the morning. Yeah, I wanna see it early morning. This is my time to be up. I'm up like at 4 since I didn't work last night. Look at me up and ready to go to work. Where are my nurses at? Good Lord. Those of you who didn't work last night, I'm sure you're either up already or about to get up to go to work. Well, we gotta save lives, huh? Morning, everybody. Miss Ina, we saw me. You know I wasn't going to start until you get here, right? How are you doing, Davine? Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome into the morning live. For those of you who are new here, those of you who are just coming in, I appreciate you. Now, please note that when you come into my early morning live, it is not Leona. Oh, look at you, look at you, look at you. Good morning, good morning. How are you doing, my love? Now let me get back to it. So for those of you who are just coming in to my channel, I want to say first of all, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for stopping by. Now when you come into my live at this time of the morning, please note that what we do here at this time of the morning is do the Bible reading. Now, this Bible reading is not to convict, convert, or condemn anybody. I do not endorse any particular religion or denomination. When I come here, I am simply on a quest to read this good book here from beginning to end. This book has been thrusted upon me since before I was born. Say, this is your moral authority. This is what you should go by. Whatever is in here is what is morally acceptable for you to do, and you need to comply. And so, I have been complying all my life, but I decided, you know what? I say I'm complying, but I'm probably thinking that I'm complying, right? Because I never read the book for myself with purpose. When you read something, you all know I like to put my head in a book, but there are times when you're reading something just because, you like to read. But then there are times when you read something with purpose, with determination, because you really, really want to understand what this book is saying. Where is it going? Where is it taking me to? Right, TT Sunshine? Yeah, so I have decided that just like I would read an Agatha Christie novel or some other novel and get deep into it and feel like, oh, yes, 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 get him, get him. This is the same way I believe that I should have that kind of enthusiasm to read this book that has been given to me all my life. So I've decided that I'm going to be reading the Bible from the beginning to the end. I want to understand the storyline. I want to understand the characters. I want to understand the context of what was being said in there. Who spoke? To whom did they speak? And what was the context in which they spoke? So I can understand it for myself. I have decided that in fumbling and stumbling over that understanding, I've decided to share it out loud. So this is not your typical Bible study. I am preaching to you. I ain't telling you what is right, what is wrong. We are not going there. All I am doing is sharing my journey. This is my journey out loud as I choose to read this Bible from beginning to end. So just like Musa is here and Sandra and Alfred is here as well, welcome into live. Guys, don't forget, there's a like button. I'd appreciate it. Hey, I ain't begging, but but I would appreciate it. Anyway, guys, those of you who are here, you are welcome to get your book Bible, Google Bible, whichever one it is that you have, and let us read together. This morning we are going to be reading from the book of St. Luke, chapter 15. And we're reading only 15 this morning because, time is against us. It's already 5:30. Wow, yeah. So we're going to be here for as long as chapter 15 takes us until I got to skedaddle. All right, Alfred? Jamal, bless up yourself, Jamal. Jamal, you better can read and write. Jamal. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm kind of dating myself there. But you all remember way back in the day in Jamaica, they had this program called Jamal where they sent people who had reached adulthood without being able to read and write. Then they would go to this Jamal class. As soon as I saw your name, that came to mind. But anyway, that's not why we're here. Welcome into the live. All right, guys. So we are going to be moving forward. Let's move on to Luke chapter 15. I got to get some additional light here, though. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we are going to start with the reading. I laugh because I just looked on my phone. I saw a text. It's funny. Anyway, let us begin, guys. I am. Are you who you say you are? I am that I am. But anywho, we are going to continue. St. Luke chapter 15. St. Luke chapter 15 says, Then drew near unto him. Then drew near unto him all the publicans and sinners to hear him. And the Pharisees and scribes murmured, saying, This man receiveth sinners and eats with them. Now, if you all remember, for those of you who have been following the reading, the Pharisees, the publicans, the Sadducees, whoever they were, they continuously hounded Jesus while he was on earth because they were always looking for that gotcha moment. Remember when he was in the cornfield with the disciples and the disciples decided to eat the corn? Yeah, that was their gotcha moment. Yeah, isn't it against your law to pick corn on the Sabbath? Because remember, that was part of Moses' law that was established for the Jewish people. You don't go into your field on the Sabbath. You don't pick corn or peas or whatever it is on the Sabbath day. And then here comes the disciples picking the corn on the Sabbath day. And that was their moment to say to Jesus, Gotcha! You see how you have your disciples picking corn on the Sabbath. And what was his lesson to them? The Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. If you are hungry on the Sabbath day, what would you do? Wouldn't you eat? Oh, no, you're not going to eat because it's Sabbath. Okay, then that then. All right. He told them, remember David? When the food that was in the temple was only supposed to be for the priests. Because remember, that was a part of Moses' law as well. That food that they go sacrifice in the temple, it was supposed to be only for the priests. And Moses was hungry, and Moses walked on up in that temple, and he ate that food because he was hungry. And Jesus reminded them, remember David? David walked up in that church and ate that food because he was hungry. The people are hungry. They're going to eat whether it's the Sabbath or not the Sabbath. So, as I had said before, Jesus brought a level of practicality to the Jewish religion as opposed to what Moses had presented to them. All right? So here they are looking for another gotcha moment. And the Pharisees and scribes murmured, saying, This man receives sinners and eats with them. And he spake this parable unto them, saying, What man of you, having 100 sheep, if he lose one of them, doth not leave the 99 in the wilderness, and go after that which is lost, until he find it? And when he had found it, he laid it on his shoulders, rejoicing. And when he comes home, he calls together his friends and neighbors, saying unto them, Rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep that was lost. Vincent! Good morning, Vincent. How you doing? You know that was my daddy's name. Welcome into the live, Vincent. Nads, how are you doing? Good to see you. We are on to verse 7 of chapter 15 of the book of St. Luke. I say unto you, that likewise joy shall be in heaven over one sinner that repents, more than over the 99 just persons which need no repentance. But who needs no repentance? Who? Let's move on. Chapter 15, verse 8. Either that woman having 10 pieces of silver, if she lose one piece, doth not light a candle, and sweep the house, and seek diligently until she finds it? And when she hath found it, she calls her friends and her neighbors together, saying, Rejoice with me, for I have found the piece which I had lost. Likewise, I say unto you, there is joy in the presence of the angels of God over one sinner that repents. And he said, a certain man had 2 sons. And the younger of them said to his father, Father, give me the portion of goods that is mine. And he divided unto them his living. That's like his will, whatever he had. And not many days after, the younger son gathered everything together and took his journey into a faraway country, and there wasted his substance with riotous living. Now, you all may have heard this story a million times before, right? Sounds like the story of the prodigal son, right? Yeah, the 2 sons asking their daddy, give me my share. Whatever it is you plan to give me, in your will, just give it to me from now. Don't bother to wait until you die for me to have it. Give it to me. Hold on there, guys. Give it to me now. Don't let me wait for it. And the younger son, he took his portion, and he moved off into a faraway country and go spend it all. Waste it. Gamble it out. Spend it maybe on, women of the night. Spend it on a back road, whatever she go do with it. Whatever he went to do with it. But he went and spent it all. Verse 14. And when he had spent it all, there arose a mighty famine in that land, and he began to want. Now he was in wants. He was in need of his money. He had no money now to buy anything. No money, and there was a famine. And he went and joined himself to a citizen of that country, and he sent him into his fields to feed swine. And he would fain have filled his belly with the husk that the swine did eat, and no man gave unto him. Yeah, nobody not give him anything, because I guess when he had what he had, he didn't give anybody anything. He was high and mighty and proud, huh? Can imagine that, right? And when he came to himself, he said, How many hired servants of my father's have bread enough to eat, and to spare, and I perish for hunger. I will arise and go back to my father, and will say unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before thee, and am no more worthy to be called your son. Make me as one of your hired servants. And he arose and came to his father. But when he was yet a great way off, his father saw him and had compassion, and ran and fell on his neck and kissed him. And the son said unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and in thy sight, and am no more worthy to be called thy son. But the father said to his servants, Bring forth the best robe, and put it on him, and put a ring on his hand, and shoes on his feet. And bring here the fattest calf, and slay it, and let us eat and be merry. For this my son was dead, and is alive again. He was lost, and is now found. And they began to make merry. Now his eldest son was in the field, and as he came and drew near to the house, he heard the music and the dancing. And he called one of the servants and asked, What was going on? And he said unto him, Your brother is come, and your father has slain the fatted calf, because he hath received him safe and sound. And he was angry, and would not go in. Therefore came his father out and entreated him. All right. So I don't think that needs much explanation. The son is back. The son who had taken his inheritance and gone out in the field, gone out to a different country, spent it all, wasted it all, flossed and endorsed and did everything he could with the money. Now he was dead broke. He could not even feed himself. He had to go take a job feeding pigs. And from feeding the pigs, he was eating with the pigs, eating the food that was provided for the pigs. And then he stopped and looked at himself and said, Look at this though. My father is a rich man. My father has servants working for him, servants who are eating better than I am eating out here in this pigsty. So let me go back and repent and ask my father for forgiveness. Original people, good morning, happy Monday to you. And he went out. And he went back to his father. Now his father was glad to see him. So his father asked them to make a party, slay the cow, prepare everything, lots of food, and put a nice robe on him and all, so that he could see that he was well received. His father was happy to see him, but the brother wasn't. Are you all wondering why? You would think that the brother would be happy to see him, right? I'm not surprised that the brother wasn't happy to see him, because you know what's going on in the brother's mind now. Now here he comes. Now he got his portion already, and him go spend it off. Him go squander it off. He went and wasted it, and now here he comes back. All he's going to do is get more, which means that I am going to get less, because now he's coming, he's going to get a second portion. You all ever notice the animosity that is usually expressed towards people who came to America? If you come to America, you spend 30 years, 40 years, and then you go back to your country of origin. We're talking about Jamaica now. You go back to Jamaica. The same little house that you grew up in, the little house that, grandma did left, You notice the people who are there always give you bad eye. And don't talk to me because I don't know it's true. Especially if you decide to retire and go back. You say, all right, you spend 30, 40 years in the cold, you go and go back. Everybody feels intimidated. Everybody feels that, yeah, so now you come, you're the America all long. You're the America all long. I know you come take over this little piece of land where granny dead left. This a piece of land is supposed to be for us in Jamaica because we are here. We haven't had the opportunity to go to bigger and better countries where we were able to make more money and achieve more. And here you come. You have gone out there, you have experienced the world, you have had the opportunity to make great and grand out of what you have. And now here you are coming back to Jamaica for come inherit from this. You shouldn't have your mind on this anymore. Forget that. That usually ends badly for the person who has returned. I ain't gonna say no more. But let us continue. Mary, let us continue, guys. We are on to the book of St. Luke, chapter 15, and verse 28 says, and he was angry. That is the brother they are talking about. And he was angry and would not go in. Therefore, his father came outside and entreated him. So his father came outside to tell him, listen, son, come on, man. Your brother hasn't been here for a long time. We haven't seen him in a long time. Come on in. Come on in and come, and come greet your brother. And he answered and said to his father, lo, these many years do I serve thee, neither transgressed I at any time thy commandments, and yet you never gave me a kid that I might make merry with my friends. That there is very profound. You see, that's the base of the brother's growth right there. Well, that's what he's saying. His father has never even given him as much as one of the little goat kid to say, all right, go and go make merry with your friends. But the thing the brother is not understanding is that he was always there. When you are always there, it's not that it's not like you're being taken for granted. It's just that you are there. When you are not there and then you return, there is joy. There's, I mean, people are happy to see you. But if you come every day, it's the same old mundane task. Hello, how you doing? Hello, how you doing? Hello, how you doing? But when you have been gone for a long time, if you haven't seen your parents for a long time, when you see them, you are happy to see them. But if you see them every day, Ashley, hey, good morning. How you doing? But if you see them every day, it's just good morning, mom. Morning, dad. Morning, mom. Morning, dad. And you keep on going about your business. There's nothing extra special then. But when you don't see somebody for a long time, then it's something special when you see them. Right? Win some love and win some wickham. So let us continue. Verse 30. But as soon as your son has come, which hath devoured his living with harlots. Me tell you, no, say I run about the man go spend the money. With harlots, thou hast slain for him the fattest calf. And he said unto him, son, thou art ever with me, and all that I have is yours. It was meet that we should make merry and be glad, for this thy brother was dead and is alive again, and was lost and is now found. There you go. Good morning, Sonia. How are you doing? That right there is the hallmark of the story. To the father, the son's return means so much more to him than the son who was always there. And like I said before, that is usually the case. When you're always there, there is no cause for any extra celebration. It's not that the dad didn't love that son who was always there. It's not that he didn't love him. But what would it look like for this other son to have gone away for all these years and then to come back and the father just be like, "Oh, where you go? Oh, where you come back here for? You're trying to bother even come back here so because you get all that you needed out." How unkind would that be? That would be very unkind. But it seems like that's how the brother would have rather the father to treat him. You hear the first thing him say, he get everything he was supposed to get already, and him go spend it out on our lot. So where I even get, I want calf the man slay to feed everybody so them can have a little party, One calf, and the brother is throwing a tissy fit over the one calf when father slay to have this party to welcome his son back. Because you see, it's not just the making merry for the son that bothers this brother. Deep down inside of him, he has some kind of resentment towards his brother. He has some kind of hatred in his heart towards his brother. Because many of us, your brother, you know, see for a long time, your sister, you know, see for a long time, you would be happy to see them, regardless of the circumstance. You understand? Unless for sure they have done you something really, really egregious and you have decided, you know something, I'm going to just cut this person off. But if nothing like that happened, and based on what I'm reading here, there's nothing that tells me that there was any animosity between them before this brother left. So the only thing that is causing this older brother to be this angry is the fact that his brother already got his riches, went away, squandered it off, and here his brother comes back and daddy is making merry for him, and this older brother now feels as though his inheritance is being threatened by his brother possibly receiving more than he had gotten already. There are some people who can love you unconditionally, and then there are others whose love comes with so much condition that you don't know where you stand with them. We see that even in our day-to-day lives. There are some people who will accept you and embrace you regardless. You know, they feel a sense of compassion towards you regardless of your circumstance. And then there are others, and it's usually the people who are closest to you, are the people you expect the most from, that usually let you down. Guys, that is where we are going to end this morning's reading. When we come back tomorrow, Tuesday, the 7th of May of 2024, we will continue with the reading of the Bible. Tomorrow we will be reading from the book of St. Luke, chapter 16. So join us again tomorrow, same time, same place. Yes, same time, same place, when we will continue with the reading of the Bible. I hope you all got something out of this morning's reading. You know, and if you didn't, go take a look. Go read it for yourself later on when you have some time. All right, guys, that's going to be it from me for right now. Until next time, Marcia, good morning. Happy Monday morning to you. Until next time, my friends, this is Trev from Trevessence, where your journey matters. Have yourselves a great day, everybody. Make it productive, and I will see you all. Rob is back. Bless up yourself. I will see you all later. All right. Have a good day, guys.